Hi, and welcome to another webinar from TimeSolve. There we go. All right, folks, welcome to 15 tips to get your clients to pay you on time. Let's get paid faster. Let's get paid on time. Let's drill those accounts receivable balances down to zero. That's really what we're looking for here, right? So rather than spending a lot of time with welcoming remarks, let's just get right to it. So I'm Joyce. My name is Joyce Brafford. I work for ProfitSolve. I'm an account executive here. I'm an attorney. I've been licensed in North Carolina for quite some time now, and I've worked within the legal tech and legal tech sales industries since 2011. Some of that time was spent as a practice management advisor. Some of it has been spent in a very consultative role, helping law firms figure out exactly what they need to be most successful. And a little fun fact, because fun facts are always, make you feel more connected to someone, right? I love to garden, and my garden is absolutely my passion, but I have a really bad habit of growing plants that are too tall. I've got some zinnias that were supposed to be about 2-foot zinnias, and they're 4-foot zinnias, and they've taken over the back garden. And my tomato plants, I can't control them. They're like the little shop of horrors, and I feel like they're constantly saying, feed me, Seymour. But 8 feet is typically the low end of my tomato plants. I had one that was a 12-footer last year. So yeah, let's talk about what we're going to just go over today. So tips to get you paid on time, strategies for setting the right expectations for your clients, and reminders about the value that you provide. Now, you know you're an attorney, you know you're a legal professional, you know that you provide value, but sometimes it's really important to have someone tell you that. So let's talk about it. Let's start with the consultation. The first time someone actually speaks to you in your office or speaks to you on the phone, never offer your services for free. I understand the need or the desire to offer a free consultation. It feels really good. What are you going to do if the lawyer down the street is offering free consultations and you aren't? Well, the lawyer down the street is attracting the type of clients who expect that they don't have to pay their attorney. That's not what you want. You can roll your consultation into your fee. You can wipe it out if someone actually becomes a client, but never offer free consultations. Absolutely never offer your services for free. It is only a marketing gimmick. And when you set the expectation that you're going to work for free, you will never, ever escape that stigma. So stop it. Stop doing work for free. You are more valuable than that. You would never expect your doctor to see you for free. You would never expect your mechanic to replace a tire on your car for free. You are professional and you are worth the money that it costs to obtain your services. Speaking of money, let's talk about fee agreements. Fees are like votes. They are best when they are collected early and often. I'm a big believer in a fee agreement that says, pay me before I do any work for you. Absolutely, pay me before I do any work for you whatsoever. Now, maybe you want to have an evergreen retainer. Maybe you want to collect all of the fee up front and subtract a portion of that, a portion from those funds as you do the work on a percentage basis. That's entirely up to you how you do it, but always include an early payment. Never accept payment only when your services have been completely rendered. That is a great way to not get paid. I can't go into the grocery store and take all the food out of the grocery store and then say, I'll pay you later. Guys, services and payment need to be rendered simultaneously. And if you can't render them simultaneously, then you need to get paid first. You have probably heard that before. I'm saying it again, get paid before you do any work for a client. Once you're doing your work for your client, it's really important to track the time. Say it with me now, track the time, track the time. It is crucial that you track all of your time. Every single minute of every single day, you need to be tracking your time. There is 0 reasons why you shouldn't be tracking your time. You'll note that this webinar is from TimeSolve. That is who provided you with some marketing material. That's who said, hey, are you interested in collecting a little faster than you are right now? So I want to make a note here. With TimeSolve, you can collect all of the time. You can track all of the time. You can do it on a PC. You can do it on a Mac. You can do it on your mobile phone. In fact, you don't even have to be connected to the cloud to do it. In fact, TimeSolve has this wonderful desktop device, a desktop application that you can run in the background, whether you are connected to the internet or not. You can start your timer, you can associate it to a matter, you can add a task code, it's right there. You need to track time if it's billable. You need to track time if it's unbillable. You need to track time if it's administrative time. You need to track time if it's just unbilled time. You need to track it. Time tracking is not just about how much you need to charge your clients, or if you have a flat fee, how much work you're doing for your clients. Tracking your time gives you a baseline of what it actually costs you in hours and minutes to get a job done for someone. If you don't know how much time you're spending on these various tasks, or even on the administrative tasks in your firm, you don't know how much you need to be charging. Your hourly rate has to cover all of the work that you do, all of the work for your staff, all of your overhead. There is no way for you to appropriately understand what you need to be charging if you aren't tracking your time. That means all of your time. Create a matter that is an administrative matter if you need to track your admin time, but track all your time, period. Email is your best friend. When it comes to collecting payments from your clients, please stop mailing invoices. Just don't do it. Please stop mailing your invoices. No one really enjoys getting a bill in the mail. Some people will still say that they would like to be mailed an invoice, but you need to be digital first in all of your invoice payments, and you need to have a payment link included at the top of that invoice. Assume that your clients want the easiest way to pay you. Assume that your clients are looking to pay in the most convenient way for them. And that, my friends, is always going to be digital. If someone needs to pay via paper, they can. You can always retain that option. But in your fee agreements, you need to outline how you're going to get paid. And it needs to say, you will receive a digital invoice from me. Okay? Email is your friend. Email your invoices. Send them out digitally with your time and billing solution. TimeSolve makes that incredibly easy, in fact, but stop using paper payments. Credit cards. Now that we've talked about links at the top of your invoices, it is crucial that you add a payment link to your invoices and you add a payment link on your website. Make it easy, folks. It should be convenient to get paid. Someone shouldn't have to go looking for the right way to pay you. Put payment links in the most convenient places. If you are sending out emails to your clients, you can have a link in your signature. If you need to pay your invoice, click here. You need to have invoice links or links on your invoices every single time you send out an invoice. And when reminders are sent, it should always be prominently displayed. Here's how you get paid. Put your text in bright, bold red letters if you need to, but make it easy, easy, easy. And I would also add that you include a processing fee for handling paper invoices. And this is it turns our concept of what you need to add fees for on its head. However, paper costs money. Postage costs money. The time it takes to actually print off an invoice and put it in the mail, that's worth something. That's money, right? Stop thinking that you aren't supposed to have processing fees or handling fees for your invoices. Just include it in your fee agreement that if someone pays via paper, there's a processing fee that's associated with that. And maybe it's not a whole lot. It's totally up to you, but I would absolutely include a processing fee for paper invoices just to handle the cost. All right, so we've talked about creating invoices and with links on top. We've talked about making sure you are always using credit cards and encouraging people to be to pay first and foremost with credit cards. But how do you generate that sense of that someone wants to pay you, right? So I have a couple of service providers that I really don't mind paying. And those are the folks who communicate with me. So if I'm talking about communicating, I can think about it in two ways when I'm thinking about clients. It's either proactive communication or responding to client requests. Now, most of us communicate with our clients when they have asked us a question rather than engaging in proactive conversations with them. So let's talk about that first. People are always inclined to pay when they believe that work has been done, but unfortunately, a lot of your clients just don't understand how hard you work for them. To beat back that assumption, I highly recommend that you guys, I lost my train of thought here. To beat back that assumption, I highly recommend that you encourage your clients to reach out to you and that you respond extremely, extremely quickly. There's no reason not to respond quickly. And there's no reason that you can't have two or three templates in your email that you can send out. Hey, I hear you. I see your question. I will get back to you as soon as I'm back in the office. Hey, thank you so much for your question about this case. Yes, there was a change. I will respond to you with a date within the next 24 hours, the next 2 business days. Give people a time frame that you're going to respond back to them, but have templates that you can say, boom, I hear you. I'm going to respond to you, and they will immediately feel very heard, and they'll want to communicate with you. They'll want to pay you. They'll feel like you are working for them. So let's talk about the mastery of the quick reply. This is a slide that everyone needs to be paying attention to. Not all replies need to be substantive. They just don't. You can skip the substance most of the time when you are replying to a client. Delegate those answers to someone else if you can. Have this templated out. Hey, Shirley in my office is going to get you an update on your next court appearance. Shirley in my office is going to get you information about whether or not we've received all of your documents that we've asked for, right? Delegate where you can. Redirect to information that has already been given. Remind folks of upcoming status updates. And if you have a regular cadence where you update your clients with very short informational emails where you say, this is your next appointment with me, remind them, hey, we've got status updates coming. I'll respond to you at the end of this week. You have a status update coming at the beginning of the month, right? Again, use email templates when possible. Best tip I've ever given is to send people to voicemail. When someone gets your voicemail, send them to your email. In your voicemail, you need to say, hey, the best way to get in touch with me is email. That gives you a time to block your calendar for email replies and get back to people at the appropriate time. Now, the other side of customer service and getting people to pay attention to you and like you and be very comfortable paying you is proactive communication. So you need to work on building that relationship of trust and respect with your clients. It's not just I'm a professional and I know what I'm talking about. I want people to enjoy me as an attorney, and I want them to refer business back to me. So I do that. I will always do that with proactive communication. So have a template for birthday notes. When you intake a client, you collect their birthday most of the time anyway. Have a quick email template. You can actually schedule that to go out on their birthday, and you can do that in the intake process. If you have a template and you're getting their birthday and intake, that's a 45-second process that's going to make them feel really special. Make sure you send notes with updates and calendars and events and important tasks in your representation. Again, have a block of time on your calendar. Don't just say, I'm going to respond to my clients. Block out time and hold that time sacred that you send out client updates on a weekly basis. That will encourage people to be very happy to pay you. All right, so now that we've talked about using credit card processing, talking to clients and getting them to have that feeling of mutual respect, it's really important that we talk about clear language and agreements. So when I was in law school, I had a wonderful contracts professor that would just redline everything that we did if it wasn't in clear layman's terms. He hated boilerplate contract language. I encourage you to redline everything that you have. If someone with a 5th grade education can't understand when they're supposed to get paid and what their payment options are and the scope of your representation, you need to completely scrap your fee agreements and representation letters. You need to make this clear, just plain as day. Use bullet points, use bold, underline things where necessary, but make it clear. When people can understand the expectations, they are much more likely to achieve the same results and to achieve the results that you'd like for them to. Now, I would also encourage you to include a benefit for paying on time. So carrot versus stick approach, right? You might want to consider a reduction if something is paid in full. If you are having a hard time collecting, you might want to consider a reduction. Send this out to everyone who has more than 30 outstanding balance with you, right? If it's 30 days past due, if it's 60 days past due, give them a discount. Say, hey, if you can pay all of it, I'm going to knock it down by 11%, right? See if you can get it that way. And also, especially for your new clients, get your clients to agree to recurring payments, get a credit card on file. And that way, when you send out invoices, you can just bill the credit card. Have this as part of your fee agreement and have it part of just how you do business. If they agree to put a card on file and regularly be billed by you automatically, again, you might want to consider a reduction in their overall fee. The opposite of this is the stick, right? Finance charges and penalties. Now, wonderful things in TimeSolve for both the carrot approach and the stick approach is you can collect credit cards. You can select everything that needs to be billed in a batch billing, and you can bill everything all at once. So all of the credit cards that you have on file for all of your outstanding invoices, you can bill them. Boom, get paid. You can add finance charges for anyone that is paying late. All of these tools are available to you right now in TimeSolve. And then beyond this, how do you actually ensure that you're not spending more money and time than you need to? Use the integrated payment solution. Use the tool that's built for speed and accuracy. That is your integrated payments processor. In TimeSolve, it's TimeSolve Pay. That is what you need to be using. Payment links will be automatically added to your invoices. Payments will be related to a specific invoice and a specific matter. So there's no more looking through the deposits in any of your accounts and then allocating them to the appropriate matter. It's done automatically, saves you time. You know it's accurate. You know the full amount that every client has paid, the full amount that needs to be allocated to each one of your invoices. And your processor should be designed for legal accounting, or it should be bar compliant. I will tell you, TimeSolve Pay also meets this requirement. You should not be using anything that is not legal specific. It is a bad move and it will potentially get you in trouble. Use a legal specific credit card processor. I highly recommend what is available to you in TimeSolve, and keep that payment on file for fast, accurate batch billing, which we've already discussed. All right. We've talked about credit cards, we've talked about invoices, we've talked about client communication. Let's talk about rapid invoicing. This is another way to make sure that you get paid quickly. You need to set your bills to run on a schedule. Even if you typically collect at the end of representation, I would highly recommend that you bill on a specific schedule so people know when to expect a charge on their credit cards from you. Bill on a schedule, bill in a batch. Use those standard invoice templates across all clients. You're going to have some clients that say, I really want this, that, and the other on my invoices. Get away from it. You are the professional. Set the expectation. This is what's going to be on the invoice template. You can set this up right in TimeSolve in your invoice settings. There's templates that are available. You can add as many as you'd like, but use those templates, create the batch, and then use that batch billing to create all your payment requests at one time. Make this incredibly easy to create your invoices, to request the payment, and to get paid. And I cannot say enough about the value of a truly useful cover letter. A cover letter is an opportunity for gratitude, incentives, and professionalism. Without a cover letter, an invoice is just another bill. A cover letter is your voice to your clients. Always in your invoice cover letter, always be grateful for the ability to provide services. People like gratitude. Even if it's a really pain in the butt client, express gratitude. Always include in that cover letter benefits for paying early or on time, and always in every cover letter include the consequences for a missed payment. This can be templated language, but include it. It is always going to be clear. No one will ever be able to say, well, I didn't know what was going to happen. In every cover letter, say, this is what it is. Thank you for allowing me to represent you in this matter. I really appreciate it. Here's the benefits for paying on time. Here's the consequences if you're late. And always remind the client about communication expectations. If they need to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do it? If they leave a message for you, what's the turnaround time typically when someone can expect to hear back from you? That type of information will generate the type of relationship that you want with your clients. And I'm a little off center on this one, but y'all set up payments today and get paid tomorrow. You can set up TimeSolve Pay today. If you don't already have a TimeSolve account, you can set one up right now at timesolve.com. You can apply for our credit card processing, and apply just means we verify that you are who you are. you can immediately start accepting payments. You can send out payment links today. And as soon as your document is through, your application document is through underwriting, which generally takes about 24 hours, you will receive payments in your account. So typical turnaround time with our payments is you get paid. You request a payment today, a client sees the link, pays the link, next business day, that money is in your account. It's exceptionally fast, and we are extremely, extremely proud of it. This is how you get paid, guys. This is how you reduce your AR. This is how you create relationships with your clients that are productive, professional, and profitable for you. You like those 3 Ps: productive, professional, and profitable? That's top of my head there. And this is truly how you set up a profitable business. So if you have questions, and I hope that you will have questions, please visit us at timesolve.com. We are very happy to set up a trial for you. We are very happy to walk you through setting up payments. We are very happy to show you the entire system, from creating your invoices, those invoice templates, those cover letters, setting up the batch payments, setting up clients and tracking time in the easiest possible way. We'll help you through all of it. But we are right here at time. It's exactly 20 minutes after we started. And I thank you so much for your time, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.